This video is sponsored by Serious Readers, the lighting company. The light that you see here is the high definition light, so solid build. I had adjustable neck on this one, I had an adjustable head as well. So on the neck of this one, you can adjust like so. The light can rotate around as well. Switches on here. So a strong beam off this one. It's also adjustable like so you can increase the strength of the light. It uses daylight wavelength technology to match true daylight as closely as possible. And so a really high quality light helps you pick out the detail on models such as this Eldar Wind Rider. And that just means that when I'm painting, I really am getting a good match for colour here with this daylight wavelength technology. So the lights come with a 30-day free trial, 5-year warranty on the lights, including the bulbs on these as well. The light that you see here is the high definition light. I'll put a link in the video description below for Serious Readers and a code as well. When you use that code, you'll also get a free compact light as well. So you'll get 2 lights, and therefore you'll be able to create a cross beam for all of your painting and hobby projects. So check out Serious Readers, link in the video description below, and see which of their lights suits your hobby needs best. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. 2,000 points here. Eldar back in action again. They're going to take on the forces of Chaos here. Mike's 2,000 points of Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. Eldar versus Chaos, always a classic here. These two sides have never collided before. And Eldar boasting a new model, a new HQ choice in their list as well. So debut for Black Legion at 2,000 points on YouTube. Yeah, okay, it's exciting stuff. Eldar army currently under development, and instead of just waiting for the entire army to be done, at each stage that we make with the Eldarans, we're going to start doing some experimental games as we refine and get this list finalised for the league. And the hope is that we can put the Eldar into the league to give them a chance at taking the channel crown. And the same for Mike's Black Legion as well. They're ready to go, and they have ambitions for the crown as well. So before I run through the list, the patrons at gold level, get names shouted out during our games, and then patronic dice to use at some critical point during the battle. We'll call upon them for crucial dice rolls. Silver level patrons will call their names out at the end of our games, and you can check out the end credits for all of the Patreon supporters, including those supporting at bronze. Big thank you to everyone that supports us on Patreon. It helps support the channel, and also SSWG Wargames Club. And if you want to help support the channel, the different levels, gold, silver, or bronze, then the link for Patreon is in the video description below. So running these is BL10 across the board. So 1s and 2s for advancing and battle focus rolls count as 3, so just a bit more reliable with that dice roll. And then crucially, each unit gets to reroll a single hit roll each time they shoot or fight. So for HQ choices, it's a debut here. I've got the Autarch painted up. We'll take a closer look at the model in just a moment, once we've gone through the list here. But standard Autarch, taking the glaive, close combat weapon for him. Dragon fusion gun being taken as a shooting option as well. We've also got Mande blasters, paid the points for that. And a warp jump generator, so you can hop, skip and jump around the board as well. There's a warlord trait and relic that's been taken. So this was Ray Cross, his suggestion here. So experiment with this combination that he has suggested. It's to add endurance, to make this guy quite hard to bring down. So Aegis of Elendish here, it's for Autarch models. It's a 2-up armor save, and then -1 damage against him as well. Then combine that with warlord trait Fate's Messenger. So each turn, the first time a saving throw is failed, the damage of that attack is changed to 0. So another backup to try and reduce damage coming through against him. So second HQ choice is Jane Czar. So running 2 HQs here for this Eldar force. Then it's majoring on elites and fast attack choices here. So Dire Avengers, since the last battle against Tom's Primaris, I've split this squad of Dire Avengers into 2. So you get the extra Exarch, extra wound, and the extra Avenger Shuriken Catapult on those. So 2 squads of 5. Then there's a squad of 10. They've got the Shredding Fire upgrade for them just to make them a bit more tasty with their shooting. With the new additions and changing the list around, the Howling Banshees have shrunk down to a squad of 7. Exarchs in there with the Mirror Swords. So Piercing Strike's ability being put onto the Exarch just there. Then we'll go to fast attack. So Shroud Runners, squad of 3. Then Wind Rider Bikers, all equipped to scatter lasers here, squad of 6, squad of 3. Then these are actually elites to be heavy, but these are elites choices here. It's the trio. I don't want to split them up and drop them, so I'm going to keep running the 3. So 3 Wraith Lords being taken, all equipped with double Bright Lance and glaives for each of those. And then finally Lord of War, which can be taken within the detachment now, is the Wraith Knight. Just the way the points have worked out, just run double heavy Wraith cannons, no extra stuff going on with that model. It's kept the points down a little bit with that running in at 460 points. So that's the list here for the Eldar. We'll see how they fare against the forces of Chaos in the form of the Black Legion. So then for Phoenix Lords and Autarchs, that's the top level of support, or the top 2 levels of support on YouTube channel membership. You get your name allocated to units you can follow around during our games. So for this battle, JP, something sneaky, so put him onto the sniper bikes here for this game. With the trio of Wraith Lords, it's going to be shared between Michael Fryer, Ben Shaw, and Mephisto. Longbow BB to provide some firepower support on the Wraith Knight for today's game. Gut B will run the Banshees. And then for Autarchs, which is the second highest level, you get allocated to individual models. So Dylan Moore, I've put him onto the Howling Banshee Exarch with Mirror Swords. Amy Almo onto Jane Czar, and then Ray Cross. It was his suggestion here for this combination, so Ray Cross onto the Autarch for this battle. If it all goes wrong, I'm going to blame Ray. So this model here, I've painted him up to match one of the old Codex bits of artwork here. I'll show you the artwork and you can see the comparison. Alright, so that's the artwork there. It's always been an inspirational piece, this one. So what I've tried to do is to replicate the colour scheme on that Autarch as much as I can. So there he is. So retro artwork meets new sculpt here. The old and the new combining together to bring light and hope to the Eldar in such dark times. So there he is. The model has a name as well, which I will read out to you because it's quite long. It's a combination double-barreled name here, so it's Thran Galad Inglorian is his middle name, and then Brightstar. So just Brightstar for short. There he is. He's give a glimmer, a ray of light here for the Eldar in such dark times. Whilst he's alive, this army, and indeed the entire Eldar race, has hope. Or not, we'll have to see. No pressure on him in this game. We'll see how well he does. He's up against a tough task, though. Black Legion for the Eldar to face. This will be a grisly battle for sure. Expect no mercy from both sides in this game. So we'll take a look at now the Black Legion and see what Mike has in his list. Right, 2,000 points of Black Legion. First of all, congratulations to Mike here for getting this list put together. It's a classic Chaos Space Marine force, and of course it does include a Baden and 10 Chaos Terminators as well. We'll let Mike run through his list.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 points Black Legion. HQ choices, obviously, it's Abaddon himself. He is my warlord. The other HQ choices is I'm going to try the Dark Commune to see how they get on. And they will be running Diabolical Strength for the Psychic ability, and then the prayers will be Dark, Salutary, and Benediction of Darkness. I'm also running a Master of Possession. He has the relic Heretics Liberius. It allows me to cast an extra psychic ability and put an extra 6 inches onto the range. Troops choices. I have 16 cultists. And to bring this list into 2,000 points because of the points change, I've had to lose 2 Marines here, and one of the Marines had the Balefire Tomb to allow me to cast a psychic power. So it'll be 5 shooty Legionnaires. The third unit choice is 8 choppy Legionnaires with a Mark of Corn. Let's see now. On my elites, I am running a Master of Executions, who I have beefed up with a Warlord trait and a relic. I can't remember what way it goes, but one of them is it's a 2+ save with 4+ invuln, which is the relic, and then the Warlord trait is if I kill a model in close combat, I gain D3 wounds back. So the other elites is 10 Terminators. 4 are running melta guns, 1 with a Reaper chain cannon, and they also have the Black Rune of Damnation. I think it's 1, 2s and 3s. Don't wound them. So that's my elites. My heavy support is a unit of 5 Havocs, 2 las cannon, 2 auto cannons, and the sergeant has a plasma gun. I'm also running 2 Obliterators. Fast attack, I'm running 5 bikes, and 2 of them will have meltas. And then transport is just the Rhino, and because the weapons are free, I'm running a Havoc launcher and a melta gun.
Yeah, free upgrades. Combi Melter.
Combi Melter, sorry.
Yeah, no, fine. Well, if it's free, then take it. Okay, so that's Mike's list here. I'll call out the Phoenix Lords that have been allocated. So Matt Lancaster here onto the choppy regular Chaos Space Marine squad. Ed Pharaoh has been placed onto the Terminators for this game. Richard Andrea onto the Bikers for this battle. Nate Miller onto the Master of Executions. Chris Comiskey onto the Master of Possessions here for this game. And then Daniel Cunningham, his request is Anti-Imperial. So you can't get more Anti-Imperial than Abaddon, the Despoiler. And then BPP Wargaming onto the Havocs here for this game. So that's allocations done. That's Mike's list here. We'll see how they fare against the bright light of the Eldar in this game. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. This 2,000 points game. Alright, so we've got a mission, randomly determined here from the Arcs of Omen book. So it's Data Scry Salvage. We haven't played this mission yet. This is a new one for us with the newer book. It's deployment zone looking like so. It's a diagonal, playing from one corner to the next. So Eldar deploying, or will deploy across here. Deployment zone is already marked for you on these battle mats here, but I'll put a string of orange dice along there just to show you the edge of their deployment zone. Black Legion marked by, once again, Mike's picked up as the Imperial Fist dice here to mark out deployment zone, but using those to mark out the deployment there for his Black Legion force. Objectives are 6 of them on the board, so there's a home objective each. There's the Eldar one across the other side, just over there is the home objective of the Black Legion. And there's 4 objectives, and they're quite critical in this game in no man's land. They're spread all the way across, so 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one's just around the corner over there. So for this mission, it's the control at the start of the command phase, turn 2 onwards, the control of 2 or more objective markers for 4 victory points. 3 or more is another 4 points, and if you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 4 points on top of that. So other rules for this mission, there's data terminal rules, which applies to the objectives that are in no man's land. If a unit with the objective secured ability captures that, they can then move off that objective and it will still count as being under your control, even though there's no models on that objective. And there's obviously not been captured by the opponent. It's just a small rule there, but just a bit of a bonus going on for objective secured units. And then there's the data intercept action. So that action is performed at the end of the movement phase on your home objectives. That's like your base here in this game. The number of points you get to a maximum of 3 per turn is based on the number of no man's land objectives that you control. So if you're controlling 2 no man's land objectives and you perform the action across here, you get 2 victory points. So the idea is you control and anchor your base, make sure you keep that going, but you need to push out and fan out across no man's land to rake in the points for the data intercept action. So that's the mission. For terrain, Unitron armored containers across here. So for this game, just to make it balanced out, I've stacked these up too high here, and so we're going to run that as obscuring terrain. Just going to play the hard edge across there, and then the usual rules: Unitron armored containers, infantry can shelter behind, exposed position on top, and so on. And then for the ruins here, not this one, but the height with this one here, that one there, that one and that one, we'll play as obscuring terrain as well. And then across the board, there's some pipes, boxes and barrels, over the usual rules for those. Each of us would choose 3 secondaries each. Next. So secondaries have been chosen here. Eldar, I'm not too keen on the Eldar options, so I've gone for the generic ones here. So behind enemy lines, we're going to try and break through into Mike's deployment zone here if we can, perhaps later on in the battle. No prisoners, that's just points being achieved for destroying enemy units. There's only one vehicle in Mike's list here, so there's plenty of points potentially available for that. Then assassination as well. So you've got a Baden, it's going to be hard enough to destroy, but there is also the Master of Possessions, there's the Master of Execution, and then the Dark Commune counts as a character as well.
I'm just reading here, only the...
Or one...
Demagogue.
Right,
That's the character keyword.
Okay, need to wipe out the unit pretty much to get that. So points certainly available. And the Warlord is a Baden in this game?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, okay. So then for Mike, Despoiled Dominions been taken, the Long War being taken. These are all Black Legion themed ones as well. And then he's just picking a psychic option here. All right, so change of plan here. Mike's not going for psychic options here. So it's behind enemy lines being taken, which matches the Eldar as well. So both sides with an incentive to try and get into each other's deployment zones. And that's in a game where you're trying to hold your home objectives. So there's going to be high pressure all across the board here. These no man's land objectives are important, but there's a bounty of points available for holding or capturing deployment zones for both sides. So interesting one here for this mission. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board. Next. So battle mat and terrain is from gamemat.eu. So battle mat here 60 inches by 44, so the correct size for regular games of Warhammer 40,000 9th edition. This one's called competitive, so it's like the urban grey kind of colour scheme here, but with the competitive markings for you. So the missions that you're running for 40k here, you can see subtle lines here for the deployment zones run across. There's the diagonal ones at the halfway line. It's playing from end to end. There's the deployment zone markings across there. Centre of the board's marked out for you, and then subtle little markings like this just to show exactly where to put objective markers for the different missions for 9th edition 40k. And then the great thing about the battle mat's nice and quiet. Here on the dice rolling, figure friendly as well, and just rolls out nice and flat every time. You can get double-sided mats available from gamemat.eu as well, and then a very wide variety different designs and sizes for their mats. And then we're using their Gothic City Ruins here terrain set. This is just one set which has filled up the table quite nicely. So these larger buildings across here, the largest one over there is from that set, and all those ruins that you can see around here is from that Gothic Ruins set. So you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, also pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Link in the video description, and you'll find a discount code to use also. And then in this video, we're also featuring some items from Magnet Baron. There's a link for them in the video description below. So it's all magnetizing materials and tools to help you in that regard. So there's a wide variety of magnets available from them. These are N52 grade, so nice high grade, good strength to these, triple coated as well, so top quality magnets. These are square, so 6 by 6 millimeter and then 2 millimeters in thickness, 50 pack. For those, but there's a wide variety of all sorts of shapes and sizes. If you're into magnetizing your models or thinking about getting into it, then check out the Magnet Baron and see what they have available. They also do kits specifically for certain units in Warhammer 40,000, so you know exactly the right magnets to get, depending on what units you're looking to magnetize up. So with magnetizing, it means you can magnetize like weapon loadouts and arms and heads and so on. James is really big into it. With his Astra Retirement and Space Marines, but it just means you can swap out loadouts and so on depending on what weapons you want in your list and with your units. So magnetizing is a great way of doing that. So wide variety of magnets available, also tools to help you do the job. There's one of those strong drill bit holders available from them as well. Also do these are magnicators to help you make sure you've got your magnets around the right way when you're sticking them in place, because they're a nightmare to try and unstick once they're on. So these magnicators here will help you keep the magnets around the right way. So 2 different polarities on the, with the colours there to help you be better organised for magnetising. They also do movement trays here, a wide variety of shapes and sizes for those. So you can put your bases onto here. They also do the pre-cut magnetised sheets as well. So you get the base and then you can get the sheets on top, and then magnetise the models to make movement and organisation, and also transportation a lot easier with your models. So you can check out the Magnet Baron, link for them in the video description below. They do ship to the UK, USA and other parts of the world as well. So that's the Magnet Baron. Alright, so deployment's done for both sides. Mike's just talking about Wraith Lords here, how to deal with them. They're tough enough, but they can be brought down for sure. I've gone for a spread with these here. So one on the extreme right, one here, and then the other one just in between the 2 buildings. Then Brightstar here, deploying boldly, where no Eldar Autarch has gone before. The Dire Avengers full squad of 10 just in front of him, so I've stacked up a couple of units to protect him, but bold enough here, deploying quite confidently forwards. I'm not sure what to do with the Banshees. Stick them at the front, they're going to get shot to pieces potentially, so I'm just going to semi-hold them in the middle ground here. Jane's Eyes with them. Wraith Knights here, getting ready to stride across in this direction. Bikers just making use of this obscuring terrain, so 1, 2 squads. Shroud Runners on the extreme left-hand side. And there's small squads of Dire Avengers, one here and one there. And that's about it. We've got no reserves. I was tempted to deep strike with those. Probably would have been a good idea to do it, but I've deployed them on the board here this time around. So Phoenix Swords, Mephisto here on this extreme right-hand side. Michael Fry's on this one. Michael Fry's Space Marine player. This is the closest I could get for Space Marines for him. So there's an Ultramarine who's partly here in this game. So sorry, Michael, that's the best. That's the best I could do. And then the other one, Ben Short, is on the left-hand side. We'll go around to the other side of the board here and see the deployment for the Black Legion. So there's the Wraith Lords there in the distance. So Mike's making use of this cover. Some units sheltering completely behind, others in amongst the terrain. So leading the vanguard here is the Terminators, and then guess who's in amongst them? So Abaddon with them. Cluster of characters with them as well. Master of Possessions just here. Master of Executions. The Havocs are in the terrain as well, just making use of that. Then the softer stuff here, Dark Commune. Then the Cultists, the smaller squad of Marines just to anchor at perhaps home objective. Inside the Rhino is the choppy squad of Chaos Legionaries, the Bikers on the extreme right-hand side, and then Mike has gone into reserve as with the Obliterators. Okay, so the scene is set in this Imperial ruined city here. Eldar against Black Legion. Roll up to see who goes first. The channel's taken a dark turn here. Chaos on the rise, but a bright star on the horizon. We shall roll up with my Xenos dice. Ha! We should go first. I wonder if that's good though. I suppose we get to shoot with a few bits here. Not sure if that's the best situation. I guess we won't need to use Phantasm here to relocate any units. We get a chance to make some kind of strike. And I think it's okay. We've got some firepower here from medium and long range for sure. So going to the first turn of the game, will be the Eldar here, led by Brightstar to go first. Alright, so we're on turn 1. Eldar get an ability called Strands of Fate. I've rolled up here. So we've retained 4 dice. Save and throw, hit roll, and 2 wound rolls available for us here. Each of those, when I use them, will count as a 6 when they're played. We're going to movement here for the Eldar. I think we'll go for a measured approach here and try and poke the Black Legion a little here with some firepower. Alright, so movement here on turn 1 for the Eldar. You can't really head straight towards the Black Legion across here to claim these objectives. So Wraith Lords caution from them, more lining up shots through in this direction. So we can see the units that are inside the ruin. There's other units that are sheltered behind which are obscured. So we do have some targets, but some hidden away. Wraith Lords moved across, or Wraith Knights moved across, and again he's got some field of fire down in this direction. Then, as we said, plain obscuring across here. So Eldar softer stuff moving out and shifting across in this direction. Dire Avengers, Brightstar's with them. Jane Zars moved up. The Banshees have shifted across in this direction. Bikers have moved across here. They're getting ready to lay down some firepower against the Bikers there in the distance. Wraith Lords on a regular 8-inch move. Dire Avengers have advanced. As I used a CP for a guaranteed 6-inch move just to rapidly get them through the ruin and onto their objective. And the Shroud Runners have moved out onto the extreme left-hand side. And the Dire Avengers, a smaller squad here at the back, will start to perform the action on the home objective. No Psychers here yet for the Eldar. They're on the painting desk. There's a couple of units on the way. So no Psychic phase for us. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, we've been discussing this for a while. So firing through here, Mike has a decision to make about, there's a strategy he can use because he's got the Nurgle keyword with the mark there for the Havocs. There is a strategy that has to be played at the start of the shooting phase or the opponent's shooting phase, where, what does it do? It means I can't shoot them.
You can't shoot them unless they're 12 inches or the
closest. Yeah, it would shut down my firepower against Havocs, basically. It's a brilliant strategy, but the annoying part of it is that you can't wait to see what happens. You have to declare at the start of my shooting phase. So that's the tough decision that Mike said to make. Tough because I may well shoot at something else, and because it's going to cost 2 CP and Mike's on 2 CP, so it's an annoying one. So
Yes.
there's another strategy that costs 1 CP, which is like a transhuman. 1s, 2s and 3s will fail for wounds, which will add some level of protection. Mike's in cover, so you will get a 6-up save against these AP -4 weapons. So was it? He's been given a headache already.
Yes.
And the Eldar haven't fired a shot. I should apologise, but Eldar have always been like this. They are... He's paying it, so you're going to shut me down. You're not going to let me shoot. It will guarantee...
You should, but you can't shoot them.
Can't shoot them. That will guarantee the protection of the Havocs here. We've drained 2 CP. The Eldar already being a pain. A thorn in the flesh here of the Black Legion.
BPP Wargaming.
Yes.
Yes, you're welcome.
Right, so it's kept him alive, right? Okay.
Yes.
So his squad will survive. We'll see the Havocs in action. Mike has sheltered them with that stratagem. I think during the units rundown, I didn't call out the squad. I could have been wrong, but Phoenix Lord, its gut B is on the benches here for this game. Okay, so really, it's Terminator shooting time with these squads. Here, these units, that's the option that's available for us. So, with the size of the squad, we'll go Wraith Knight first of all. So, it's Longbow BB. Here, we'll go Patronic. We'll take Michael German here for this one, for the shots coming through. So, we reckon firing at the Terminators, squad of 10. We're going to max out with the weapons here. Heavy Wraith Cannon, 2 of them. Each of them's D3 shots, so 6 shots. And we'll go for 3s to hit here. Okay. We'll then go for BL10. Yep. Mightily tempted to go for a command reroll, but we'll leave it. So 5 go through. I'm going to use 2 of these dice here. These are wounds. So 2 of those wound rolls are going to count as unmodified 6s. That's interesting. It's helpful here because unmodified 6s to wound is D3 mortal wounds. It's going to inflict some damage coming through. Now we're going to try and wound on 2s. Becomes 3s.
Becomes 3s because of black rune damnation. I got it wrong.
Yes.
In the army intro, it is subtract 1 from wound roll.
And who's doing that?
It's the
Abandon.
Trophies of Long War you can give to the Terminator squad.
Oh right, it's built into them. Gotcha. All right, okay. So I'm going to command reroll that. Try and turn this into a tasty one here. Okay, so that's gone through. Right, so what we've got is 5 invulnerable saves required, first of all, here from Mike. Yeah, Mike's got Mark of Zinch here, so the first one that's failed he's going to ignore, but there's 5 saves, and they're running at the moment a 5+ invulnerable save. Okay, you can go Patronic if you so wish for this one.
Right, who's going? Who's going?
There's not many Black Legion friends, there's not many Eldar friends here. You can call upon Imperial players.
Who's going to look after me?
The artist formerly known as Vij, he's Thousand Sons.
Right. Okay. 2, 4, 5.
Not that the Chaos Legions like each other very much, do they?
Oh.
Okay.
No,
5 pluses.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, oh no, none. Okay, you're going to ignore the first one of those.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's going to be 4 slain Terminators here because it's damage of 6 plus D3. Yes, it is ouch time here. Wraith Knight with its firepower. Just, it moves out and it just unleashes the firepower straight away because it knows what it's up against here. So it's going to take the advantage that it has at this stage just to send that firepower in. Terminator's a solid squad. They do attract attention from the foe. Then on top of that, I'm going to roll 3d3 mortal wounds. Oh, a 1, a 1, and a 2. So it's going to be 3 mortal wounds. It could have been a whole lot worse. It's the minimum, yeah. It's going to kill another one. So it's half that squad size. That is, I think it's fair to say, it's devastating firepower here. And from the Wraith Knight. Nasty firepower coming through from the heavy Wraith cannons. So Mike can return models to play, but it's a heavy amount of damage taken. We've got Wraith Lords next with their firepower. So we're going to switch over to Bright Lances. Mephisto to fire his 2 shots. Here we'll grab a Necron player. Tyler Schwab with a reputation for rolling 4 pluses, which will suit us fine. So we're looking for 3s, going against the Terminators again. 2 hits. Toughness 4. 2s to wound becomes 3s. 3s to wound. Yeah, 2 go through. So more invulnerable saves required, and these are D3 plus 3 damage. They'll slay Terminators if they go through. One's been blocked. Alright, so Terminator slain. Switch to the next one. This is Michael Fryer. Here, and we'll go Darren Gardner for this firepower coming through. BL10, reroll single hit roll. Still missed. 3s to wound. Yes, one more invulnerable save. 5 plus.
Nope.
No, another Terminator slain. Ouch. Okay, they've been picked on it.
Was that what I meant?
Don't know, Mike. It's a tough one.
Nope, it's not.
The other option, I'm just saying, is the deep strike option. It's mighty tempting to do it. It preserves them and brings them in at full strength to unleash. That's something to consider for sure. And then obviously Abaddon can join them in that deep strike as well. So that's something to think about. But this is experimental games here, both sides warming up. And lessons are often learnt the most painful and hard way here. So Mike's making notes to self here for future games. But this has no bearing on the league. This is like a scouting mission here for both the Eldar and the Black Legion. But Eldar firepower from this list here has been concentrated in that direction, and it's bringing Terminators down. We're now going to shift. Firepower from here is complete. We'll shift across to here. I'm going to go against those bikers with multiple units. Right, I'm going to go Dire Avengers. Let loose of them. They advanced, but they've got battle focus, so there's no minus to hit rolls. So we're looking for 3s against these bikers here. BL10, single roll. And we're not near anybody for any kind of buffs and bonuses, just regular 3s. Then we're looking for 5s to win. 6s will be good. Alright, so 1 at -4. And then 2 more saves at -2s. 2 saves of 5 plus here on the bikes.
Well, you're -4 one I take now because it's inch.
Look at a mark as well?
Yeah.
Fine, okay. And
so, sorry,
that's 1. Need to roll 1 more.
Yeah.
Looking for a 5.
Nope.
Alright, so 2 wounds taken. Biker's still alive. We'll go this unit of bikers here next. So they're running at 6 shots each with their scatter lasers. Looking for 3s. Reroll hit rolls are 1 because they are near Brightstar. But there's no 1s, but we'll reroll this one here for BR10. Okay. 3s to wound now. That's strength 6. There's no AP minus, but it's just volume of firepower just to force the saves on these bikes. 10 saves to make here, 3 plus. The Eldar dackering away here at long range.
Right, my dice are bound to change at some point.
I'm hoping for better dice here. It's average-ish, but 4 wounds have come through, so it's going to slay in total 2 bikes. I think it's going to slay 1 and put the final wound on another. Alright, next we'll go for the Wraith Lord. 2 Bright Lance shots. And I'll go for 1 hit on a 6, and then a single shot come through, which gets a hit. Looking for 3s. 3s to win, toughness 5, aren't they? Yeah. Bikers. 2 wounds go through. AP -4, D3 plus 3 damage, so it's going to pick off 2 bikes. Yeesh, ouch. Mike saying he just wants to lift the last model. We'll go with these 6 here. So this is half the shots. Not rerolling 1s here because we're too far away. And then we'll reroll 1 for BL10. So again, it's just scatter lasers here, just triangulating firepower. And then 3s to wound. So Mike can make, looks like another 10. It's 9. 9 saves of 3 plus. Okay, still alive. Still alive with 1 wound. Here comes the other shots. I think this bike's going to go. And there's another 8, 9 saves of 3 plus.
Yeah, go on.
Gone. Okay, target destroyed. And that's Phoenix Sword, the first one to go. Richard Andrea. Okay, removed from play. So that's firepower complete. The Shroud Runners across in the corner. No target for them now. They can see up across this direction, but targets are too far away. That's shooting done for the Eldar. It's been dangerous enough for sure. They destroyed the bikers, and then some heavy firepower has gone in against the Terminators and brought down 7 of those. So casualties are heavy here against this Black Legion force. Eldar have struck first here, and they've stung hard enough. Okay, so turn comes to end at this stage. Calculating victory points. Mike's rolled a 1 for morale, by the way, with the Terminators. So despite the damage coming through, they they hurl insults back at the Eldar here, screaming at them to fight fairly and not from range. Mike's got firepower available. There are melter guns in that squad, but this is why we didn't push too far forwards. I kind of backed away knowing that Mike's got that firepower available. And then points-wise, this action was performed across here, and we've grabbed 2 objectives, so 2 victory points picked up. There's some points coming through already for no prisoners. A couple of points, I think, picked up for that. Nothing for assassination, nothing for behind enemy lines at this point in the game. So a couple of points picked up with the Eldar. That's long-range firepower, quite an exhibition from them at this stage. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Black Legion. Surely they're going to break out of cover here and take the fight to their Eldar foe. All right, so turn 1 here for the Black Legion. Really a heavy discussion going on about both of these lists here. The Eldar's ability just to triangulate firepower really quick and manoeuvre into position, and possible alternative options that Mike could have gone for here. Definitely with the deep striking Terminators and the Abaddon. Of course, in these games, as we experiment, you can leave your own comments and feedback in the comments section. Myself, Mike, will go through the comments and see the different hints and tips and so on from the viewers here, but it's too late now for what's already happened. Mike will seek to adjust to the current situation. Rhino, so we've seen the advantage of stuffing a basic Rhino here. It's swung around and grabbed this objective. Squad's inside, and if the vehicle's destroyed, the squad can disembark and still claim the objective. So that's a good move across there. Dark Communes pushed forwards. Terminators have pushed forwards. Abaddon's there in the shadows, pushing for his right at the corner there of the building. And then around the other side, other units pushing through. So cultists have shifted to here. They're trying to maintain cover but still grab this home objective, and they're going to do the action on there. Okay. The smaller squad anchoring here at the back. The other characters pushing through. Havoc's pushing through the terrain here and lined up ready to shoot. So they've been given
the full reroll.
Reroll hit rolls and wound rolls from Abaddon. And the other thing we discussed about Deep Strike and Terminators is they can be joined by the Obliterators, which Mike currently has in reserve. So he can be joined by some decent firepower support as well. So it's something to bear in mind in the future. He says he's going to do it in the next game. We don't know who that's going to be against, but he's going to definitely seek to Deep Strike in with Abaddon, Terminators, potentially Obliterators as well. It means it stops this kind of thing from happening where you get struck first by firepower. It means that Mike can arrive at full strength and deliver a full amount of firepower and potentially charge multiple units as well. So movement's done. There's a psychic phase here for the Black Legion next. Okay, what's the plan?
Pack the flesh.
This is the resurrecting models.
Bring one back.
Go ahead.
All right. Need it to go off. That's only a work towards 5.
Yep, I can't stop it. It's all down to Mike's dice roll. Yep. Who's a psyker? You got the Comiskey dice, but it's fickle, and he's an Eldar player as well. So we just really are struggling for psychers. Would have said Thousand Suns, but the dice has been used. Carl Road and Tyranids, so they're a psychic faction for sure. Okay.
Right. Warp charge 5.
Goes off. I've got no psyker yet, so I can't stop it. So Mike will pick a model. He's picking the spikiest, meanest Terminator he can find. Oh, it's the one with the heavy weapon. He's going to put it at the front. Yeah. There you go. All right, so model restored to play. Okay,
next
so there's a few bits of further discussion taking place in this game. So he's nudged the model ahead here. It's kept him within coherency and has just got that objective and stretched to it. Good move. There's another option where Mike could have gone for a stratagem that switches him over to Red Corsairs, which allows an advance and a potential charge. We'd talk and correct us if we were wrong on this one. You could have done that in the movement phase. Perhaps he rolled a dice just to see, would have got to here, would have rolled 3. And then after that, resurrected the model and stretched to about here, if you're allowed to do that, and then gone for potential charge of about 8 inches. He's just desperate to sink into one of these things and to get the Terminators up the board. And they've been granted real hit rolls and wound rolls as well, so they would have been potent enough in close combat.
I could have done that because it was the Havocs.
Sorry, you're giving it to Havocs this time. Yeah, okay, but in another situation, you may have given it to those. So that's what could have happened. Some more theoretical stuff coming through. It's Mike sort of kicking himself here that some of these things weren't done. But this is the point of the game here, just to experiment and learn painful lessons, for sure. So next, Psychic Power. So Terminators are back up to 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just leave them alone for a turn or two.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try Skeins of Fate. Give them a 4+ in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need a Warp Charge 7.
Okay, you're free to roll here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my peril.
Goes off on a perils.
I will take the peril.
Yeah. D3.
2.
Okay. So those mortal wounds come through, but that's giving those a 4+ invulnerable save now. Now, this Master Possessions is good. You can manifest another power.
Yes, I'm almost afraid to now. So
because of perils, yeah.
Yes.
Mike does have a CP on standby. Eldar have 3.
So what I'll do is a smite.
Yep.
Because I have 24
range
inches
24, yeah, because there's an extra range, yeah.
So it'll be the closest, which will be that one.
Okay.
Needing 5.
Oh, it's a super smite. Well done. So this will be D6 mortal wounds. Roll it with vengeance, Mike. Go for it here. It's the Chris Comiskey dice,
it's
brave.
Chris Comiskey Master of Possession.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. She's going to double it up. Okay, here it comes.
Oh, Chris, if any.
It'll be a 6 or a 1. Oh, it's in between. It's 4. Okay, fair enough. 4 mortal wounds caused. Decent enough. It's a 9 wound model. So drops to 5. Good result. So significant enough. Almost tough destroying the Wraith Lord there. So well done. Psychic phase finished? You technically can... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're available. So, Mike's going to do a prayer here.
No, it's a Psychic Power, Diabolical Strength from the Dark Commune.
Alright, and it's going to go on a Abaddon?
Yeah. Warp Charge 6. Nope.
Okay. Psychic phase finished?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gone okay. It's gone well. Good wounds there against the Wraith Lord. And the Terminator's now boasting a 4+ invulnerable save. Shooting phase next.
Yeah, so these are going to go into... I do there because he's the closest.
Yes.
So I'm hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
This is the Terminators?
Terminators, yes.
Yeah, they're going to try and dacker away here and strip wounds away from this Wraith Lord. Mike's going to work out what he needs. So if you enjoy our games, there's YouTube channel membership. It does help support the channel. There's different levels that you can choose from Guardian, Exarch, Autarch, and Phoenix Lord. And just depending on what level you want to support the channel on. At Guardian level, it's Discord access. You can join us over on the Discord community and it helps support the channel. You get loyalty badges in the comment section as well. Then to access all the bonus content that we do, which is battle reports, army development video, all the secret projects that we're running, and other videos as well. That is Aspect Warrior level. It's the most popular. That just grants access to all of the bonus content. Then we've got Exarch level, so that'll get your name, all the previous benefits, and then your name in the end credits of all of our games, just a little bit of extra support and just an extra perk. Then at Autarch level, which will get all of those previous perks plus at model allocation. So Dylan Moore, for example, is on the Banshee Exarch with the Mirror Swords, just gets you into our battle reports, named and on the table. And the top level support is Phoenix Sword level, so that's unit allocation in all of our battle reports. And you can come over and join us on the WhatsApp group. I'm on there, Mike's on there, Tom, James, and the other Phoenix Lords as well. And there's other perks that once you join, they're revealed, but some exciting stuff going on for the Phoenix Lords. But there's a number of perks that we reveal to you once you arrive at the top level. So there's different ways of supporting the channel, but it just keeps the channel going and helps us bring all of this content, both on YouTube and all the bonus content as well on channel membership. So link for that in the video description below. You can go to the channel homepage and hit the join button and become a channel member. So Mike's fidgeting here, ready with dice to go against this Wraith Lord. So, reroll ones have been granted by Baden.
Yeah.
And it's going against here. Yeah. All the rerolls and rerolls to wound are on the Havocs.
Yeah, my mistake. So they're only shooting the boulder side, so 2 shots each.
The melters are out of range 12.
6 shots hitting on 2s.
Yeah, because they're combi shots. Their rapid fire 1 becomes 2 shots for Terminators.
Yeah.
So 6 shots from those.
So 2s.
Yeah, because it's closest visible target. Yep.
Roll the 1.
All hit.
I'm guessing 5s to 1.
6s.
Strength, toughness 8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 6s then. Oh.
Got 1.
1.
Okay. Take a save of 3+, which just about pass. All right, so we've got to be careful with him. He's got 5 wounds left. So bolter shots bounce off the Wraith construct here. Next is this Havoc auto cannon.
Yeah. 4 shots. Heavy.
Reaper auto cannon, sorry.
So
2s.
6s explode.
Extras, yes, for your army-wide wanton destruction. I think it is. 5s to wound.
5, yeah. Just the 1.
Quadruple 1, but 1 does come through, and AP minus
2.
Minus 2. Okay. Yeah. We'll go for Andrew Swan here, Imperial player. We'll try and get a 5+ to block this if we can. We don't. Damage 2?
Just damage 1.
Okay, it's 1 damage weapon. So we'll take a wound. Even if it was damage 2, it would still be 1 damage because Wraith Lords are -1 damage. Dropping down to 4 wounds left on this thing. It's still alive, but it's over half destroyed. Is it Havoc time? I'm just scared to see what happens here. What target does he go for? He's got a Wraith Lord that's been softened up, if he wants to try and go for that kill, or the angry side here of the Black Legion says shoot at the shoot at the Wraith Knight.
Yes, I know. I might have to.
Got a bit of a firepower corridor going along across here. I think Eldar have the advantage at this point, but Havoc's still yet to shoot. They're boasting a couple of las cannons, and they'll be rerolling their hits and wounds. And there's the auto cannons in there as well. Yeah, he's not going to Havoc's yet. Abaddon to fire first. Yeah. And where's he going? Into here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tools. All hit. No 6s. Strength 5, so
5s to 8.
5s and 6s. 2.
Good, yeah.
-2.
Okay, 2 more saves of 5+. Marcus Anthony for this one.
-1, sorry, -1.
It's okay, we'll go 4-ups. Okay, we take another wound. Oh man, is it worth trying to do that with CP? I've got to save them. We'll take the wounds. We drop down to 3. Sorry, flawed. Oh man, do we? No, I'm gonna do it. Marcus Anthony, 4+. Ah, you regretted doing that. Okay, it's just wasted the CP. So I've dropped down to 3 wounds.
Oh, maybe a split.
It's not made your decision any easier for these Havocs whether to split.
No, it hasn't. No.
One of Mike's golden rules has been never to split fire.
Never split.
Painful lessons, but he's tempted to do it here against these different targets. What to do? Yeah, hold it right there. He's going to hold off the Havocs. We may as well do this first. 1 melter shot coming across, and then the launcher is saying it's going to go in against the damaged Wraith Lord. So we'll get that resolved first of all.
Combi boulder.
Yeah, no, it's fully loaded up.
He's got a combi
There's
boulder.
definitely a big incentive to take rhinos now if you can add on all that stuff for free.
And a bolt gun. Right.
Yeah, the main shot's going to be this melter weapon.
So throw these at you first.
Yeah, bit of Daka first of all, and then just because there's no real Black Legion helpers yet. Maxfield Knuckles.
No.
That'll do. That's for the melter gun shot.
So these are the boulders first.
Go ahead.
Combi boulder and bolt gun. So these will be 3s because he's shooting the furthest one away.
Mm-hmm.
6s. And then
6s.
6s, yeah.
Nothing. Then Max Sword Knuckles with the melter gun shot's going to need a 2 on a single dice.
Have a Havoc launcher as well to go.
Yes, that's been declared into here.
Yeah, so D6.
You can do that now. 3 shots.
3. Needing 3s.
Oh,
It's not working for me. So now
that does hit because it's the closest target. You're okay. Here's Maxfield's dice. If you want to try and get the wound, it's a 4+.
Right, Maxfield, come on.
50-50. He's done it. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just going to bypass my armour. It's AP -4. I've got no invuln save. So Mike's free to roll damage here.
D6.
Straight D6.
Just stick with him?
Yeah, Maxfield Knuckles
right.
to max out on damage.
Nope.
Yeah, 2. Becomes a 1. He'll drop down to 8 wounds left. Because that walking construct is -1 damage. So a wound caused in the end. Unless Mike wants to command reroll the damage.
No, I've only 1 CP.
Now just say, and Mike's annoyed enough as it is, but I can pay a CP to restore D3 lost wounds on those models as well. So they can recover. Something to... no comment from Mike here, but something to bear in mind.
I'm sitting here and I'm going...
Well, it's Mike's turn. James has faced against these Wraith Lords before. They've proved a menace for years now on the channel. They've been shelved for a number of months, but Eldar are back in action. And they're now, would you believe it, tormenting Black Legion.
Tormenting an inexperienced Black Legion player.
Okay. And it's just that the arrogance of them. Look at the way they stand. The defiance of them. Eldar are meant to be soft and nimble, and they hide and dart around, but Wraith Lords, no. They march straight at the foe.
No, we're going to have to put everything in.
Sorry, I'm talking it. Mike's trying to concentrate
Closest.
on him to kill him because I've told him we can restore wounds. He wants to try and just get the kill here.
Oh, right. So the
painful. It's painful stuff. This is meant to be sort of an easygoing kind of casual game.
Havoc auto cannon.
You're declaring the whole lot, including the las cannons. Yeah, Mike's going to stick to his rule that he made up for himself of don't split fire. Yeah.
2s reroll. So
okay.
Well, strength 7.
Yeah, it's just to clarify it. It's a different weapon. This is like 4 shots, but damage 1. They're 2 shots, damage 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's why he's done 4. It's fine. Full hit.
Yep. So
5 to wound.
5 to wound. Reroll.
Oh, well done. 555 for the full house.
No.
3 go through. And what's the minus on this?
It's -2 damage.
Oh, we could be in trouble here.
I want you to see it on. No, don't. Don't see that.
Yep. If Havocs have declared into them, then I shall burn up one of these.
So 2.
Yep. And now I'm going to try and do 5+ invulnerable saves. I will call upon Travis and Jen. Perfect. Ladies first. Jen, 5+. This is not me, I can't be blamed, this is dice rolls. Failed. And Travis. Come on. Oh, no. Okay, so I'll just take the damage. So we'll teeter on a wound. A single wound to pick up against this lone Michael Fryer Wraith Lord. And it's down to 2 Havoc las cannons to do the job.
Doing this.
He's going to Patreons. Chris Heim for this one. Okay.
Yep.
For both dice, right. Chris Heim for the double las cannon. Here we go.
Yep. We're looking 2 6s. No.
Gets the 2 hits though. It's okay. So far, so good. Yes, I hold it right. So you're AP -4, right? No, you're AP -3. Oh, for las cannon, silly boy. Well, no, I had to almost because I failed those 2 anyway. Carry on. 3's to wound. Oh, he's wounded for both. So I need a double 6 to survive.
You'll do it.
Peter Almo. No, I'm gone. And just out of spite, roll your damage. wouldn't have been wasn't too much. 1 wound and 2. But the Wraith Lord is destroyed. I think I explode on 6. I'll roll the dice here. I rolled a 1. It's okay. Target destroyed. 1 Wraith Lord down. Mike will be glad to see it gone. So target destroyed. Michael Fryer Phoenix Lord removed from play. Is there any other firepower? No. No charges to take place here. But right at the end of the turn here for Black Legion, they got some revenge against the Eldar, who I think they've already developed a healthy hatred for, even this very early stage of the battle. We'll see if any points have been picked up here. Black Legion have made a mark, though. They've destroyed one of the Wraith Lords, bringing it down. Okay, turn comes to an end. 2 points picked up for Mike. He's grabbed those 2 objectives, that one there and this one, and the action was performed. 2 points picked up for that. No points for any of the other secondaries at this stage. We're going to go on to the second turn of the game. Eldar in control of 3 objectives. They're going to pick up 12. They'll be healthy enough if they can maintain position over on the objectives across there in their home objective. And then Black Legion, we know, are going to flood across in this direction. So it's down to the Eldar, less 1 Wraith Lord, to see if they can keep this rate of damage coming through with their firepower. We're going to turn 2 for the Eldar next. It's looking bright enough here for Brightstar and his disciples. Alright, so turn 2 here for the Eldar. Wraith Lord heading off in this direction. Dice that I've got here is an advance roll, which I've used. That was for Jane Czar. She zipped through in that direction. I've got a charge roll, hit roll, and a saving throw available here. Wraith Knight shifted across a few inches. Bikers, the larger squad's gone across to here. Smaller squad anchoring on this objective. These are performing the action. Banshees have advanced and shifted up behind the barricades here, or the containers. Brightstar jumping on top of his warp jump generator. Rolled a 6 for an advanced roll here with the Dire Avengers. They've shifted around this direction. Jane Czar's made it to there, so swift enough move from her. Bikers we've seen. Wraith Lord's moved up, ready to shoot and charge. And then across the other side, Shroud Runners are moving as far away as they can from the objective, but still holding it, and then lining themselves up for some shooting in this direction. Dire Avengers, bold move from them. It's a small unit, but they've swung around here. Rolled a 3 for their advance. And then the Wraith Lord moved across, and then advanced rolled a 6, and he's now anchored that objective across there, but he's out of it now. He can't shoot because of his movement. So that's movement done here for the Eldar. They're going aggressive here against the Black Legion, taking advantage of the gains on turn 1. See if they can make an impact again here on the second turn. Okay, so at the start of shooting phase here, Mike's not going to try and shield the Havocs here. He wants to save the CP for other stuff here. He's got 2 here, so if he does spend them, there'll be no CP left. It'd be an easy decision for if that stratagem didn't exist.
Yes.
Okay. So Jane's are first going to Triskel into the Terminator's dead ahead. So looking for 2s. 3s to wound.
Becomes 4s.
Becomes 4s. It's helped, just the one. -3, so Mike can make an invuln save.
4 up and 1.
4 up, yeah. Just 1 wound. You're okay. Just a wound taken. Going to fire the Dire Avengers into the Terminator's dead ahead. 33 shots. Going to play Wrath of the Shrines on them. 6s will pop extra hits. And the rerolling 1s because of Brightstar. So that's not bad already. 6s are good. Oh, it's not too many. We're going to reroll our 1s. Let's try and go as good as we can with this. 6s will be good. Nope. Okay, and I'm going to go BL10 for one of these. Oof, that's just typical Eldar. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Sorry, yeah, see it. All right, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extras come through. So 30 hits. 5s to, well, your toughness.
4.
4s to wound, 5s are good. Although, having said that, it's not going to make any difference because it's a 4+ invuln save, whatever I roll here. So I'm just looking for 4s. Which I've got good enough.
But with the -1 to wound,
yeah. -1 to wound on them. Oh, yes, built in. Yeah, so that means it's going to be 5s to wound then. So we'll take away the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. Which has helped. There's a lot of wounds here. 5, 10, 15. 16 saves of 4+. There's a tasty amount of wounds here from these Dire Avengers. Nasty stuff from them. 16 saves. Mike's grabbed the Raycross dice here and he's infuriated enough against the Eldar. So Dire Avengers have offloaded a point-blank volley into these Terminators as they've emerged from the building. It is thematic. I mean, look, we'll zoom in here. I mean, look at this showdown here. Eldar in their dazzling defiance against the Black Legion. 4s are good. Look at the way it's split. That's weird. All the failures to the left and all the passes to the right.
Yeah, but...
Well, that's a lot.
Kills 1, kills 2,
2,
kills 3.
3.
And 1 and 2 ones.
Oh, 1's on a wound already.
Yeah, that's why I did that.
Gotcha.
That's 1.
That's 1, gotcha.
3.
3.
And then 1 on wound.
Okay.
Terminators on the list.
Terminators. On paper, they're tough enough. They're upgraded. There's 10 of them. They can have models restored. But Eldar have gone for them here. This game will not be forgotten in a hurry here. Black Legion will carry this mark inflicted upon them, I think, for a long time to come.
Sorry, Ed.
It's Ed Pharaoh's squad. Yeah, they've been hammered here by Eldar firepower. We'll go Wraithlord into here. We'll do his firepower now. So 2 Bright Lance shots. I'm going to turn one of those into a hit straight away. And then we'll dedicate this to Nathan Paxton, Necron and Ultramarines player. We'll go for his shot needing a 3. Yeah, so 2 hits come through. 3s to wound. They both go through. They're both AP -4. D3 plus 3 damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That rhino's been popped. And does it explode? It does. Detonation taking place here. Mike scores 2 mortal wounds. So we drop down to 6 wounds. And Mike's going to roll up for models inside. 8 dice. 1s is slain models. None. Ah, okay, so Mike can now disembark. Alright, so that's the situation. Squad's disembarked, no casualties taken. Here, but Wraithlord's destroyed his target. Mike's deploying away here to get into cover, and he's also still controlling the objective. We're just a bit too far away to be in range of that. So, well, it doesn't matter. Even if we were in range, Mike will still hold it. Okay. Alright, so bikers across here. We're going to split fire with these. So 3 into the Terminator, and then 3 of them into the Dark Commune to try and pick on those if we can. Nicholas Lucas for the firepower here from this whole squad. So we're trying to strip a wound off the Terminator. Two wounds left to go. We're looking for 3s. We're a core choice. We can reroll ones because of Brightstar doesn't help. And then BL10 one of these rolls. Okay, and then 3s to wound.
2 normally, would it?
No, sorry, 3s to wound becomes 4s, yeah. Because of the -1. Which again helps to reduce this down. 9 saves of 2+.
Right. Right.
Just going to roll some of the dice here. There it is. So it's down to Commander reroll if Mike wants to try and...
Yep.
He's going to go for it and he wants this Terminator to survive. Yes. All right. So 1 wound taken. 1 wound remains. Add same amount of shots but into the Dark Commune. Rerolling once. BL10's already been used up. I would imagine toughness 3. Mike's going to check here.
Toughness 3 all around, yes.
So 2s to wound. Couple of fouled, no minuses. So this will be down to armor save plus cover. Mike's behind the barricade, yeah. And by the way, battle focus move, gone back 3 with those, and Mike's about to make his saves.
Yeah. So 2 blessed blades, 5s.
1 stays alive.
Yeah. So the next one.
Yeah, it's going to 1 at a time on the blessed blade.
Yeah, so that's
Fouled, so 3 used up so far. So 7 left.
yeah. Iconarch has 2 wounds. 5s again. Nope.
She's gone, yeah. 5 left.
And the main witch has 3.
There's a lot of wounds in the squad. Blocks 1. And you got 2 left.
No.
Gone, and you got 1 left.
And then the demagogue. It's fine.
Fine, alright. Right, Wraith Knight into the Havocs next. So we'll go Samuel Penaneri for this one.
What's he got? 3d3? Or 2d3?
2d3, yeah. So it's I'm rolling now for my number of shots.
Wounded on 2s and 3s.
Yes. Mike's got a stratagem. He's got a CP left, which will force me to wound on 4 pluses. He's going to go for it. Okay. So number of shots. 4. Samuel Penaneri here. Needing 3s. BL10. Okay. 2s becomes 4s to wound because of the stratagem. And I'm going to command reroll for a CP. No! 2 go through.
What's the minus?
-4.
It's -3 because of cover.
Yes.
So
2 dice in 6s to
2
defy
sixes.
here. The Havocs are in pretty good shape here. Mike doesn't mind. He'll keep the las cannons alive. Drew gums.
Yep.
Any 6s would be most helpful.
Drew, come on. No!
No, alright. 2 slain. Not too much panic. 3 will remain. And there's a possibility of resurrecting a model as well. So that is acceptable damage this time around. Right, next bit of shooting here. This is bold and arrogant of the Eldar here. Brightstar's debut shot on the channel will be to unleash a dragon fusion gun into Abaddon. Well, not to kill him. But we could mark him. So we'll go for a 2 for a hit. We do, just about. Okay. So then we'll go for a... What is it to wound him? How tough is he?
5.
Tough as 5. Okay, we're strength 9. So it's going to be 3s to wound.
6. No.
3s to wound. Yes, on a 6. Right, so it's all down to an invuln save here, whatever it is. A 1! We've made it through.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, here it comes. Oh no! D6 plus 2, so I can't get more than 3 on you, can I?
You can't get anything.
So that's it. I'll roll it anyway, just for
No,
the 3. Okay, 3 plus 2, 5. But it drops to 3. But 3 wounds caused here. Brightstar.
No.
What do you mean? Oh, he ignores the first one. That's not fair. That just stole our glory. Is that
That's why there was no pizzazz, as Tom called it, in my role. It was just a...
Because don't care. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We've been outdone. How bad. Oh, and is that every turn?
Each phase.
Each phase? So we can't cause more than 3 and he ignores the first one?
Yep. Just have to double check it's each phase, but it may be...
Or per turn, maybe. But it's definitely a rule. I wonder if Brightstar's got a brother or a cousin. Because we're going to need a couple of them if we're going to make an impact. Oh, man. What a shame. Oh, that was glorious.
Once per turn.
Yeah, fine. Well, it's worked. Brilliant. Well done. How interesting. Okay. So we'll warp Ghibli jump with Brightstar here. He gets a 7. So we'll make a little bit of a move with him to a slightly safer position. All right. So Brightstar, he's jumped down there to join the Howling Banshees to complain about what's just happened. I hit a bad and he ignored the damage coming through. Okay. Shooting phase is not quite finished, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if I covered it already. Dire Avengers fired across, just one of them in range. Should have fired them here against the Terminators first, really. It's done it in the wrong sync, which is a shame. So instead we fired at the Cultists and just the one model. I managed to pick off 2 models. But we've got the Shroud Runners. They're miles away, but they are in range. We'll go after the Cultists with their firepower next. Snipers. They've hit. 6s are great. Just the 1 wound comes through. AP -1. So you might be on a 6 up for cover.
Nope.
No. All right. Sniper picks off one of them. Puts one of the Cultists out of their misery. And then we'll go for scatter lasers. These are sniper bikes, but built-in scatter lasers. 2s. BL10. And then 2s to wound. Might get armor save and cover on all of those. 14 saves of 5+. Yeah, Cultist being shot at. Don't think we've done enough to wipe them out, Michael. Probably keep a few models alive on the objective.
Well, there's only...
Well, yeah, you should be fine. 5s, yeah, he's bound to defy some of these. Yeah, he's going to keep a few alive. But the squad's been hit hard enough.
4 left.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2, 4, 6,
10. 10 casualties. All right, so Mike remove those casualties from play. We'll go on to charges next. Eldar have a few charges to try and resolve it. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 combats taking place. We used up our Strands of Fate for a charge across here. 9 inches, 6, and then adding on the D6 for 3, so 9. And then across here, James scooted around the warning, took a command reroll, but she made it in against that Terminator. I'd rather see that unit destroyed, if possible. That's charges taking place. Neither of us have got any CP here, so we'll go into combat resolution. Charges to go first. So we'll start with James So 2s. Missed with 2. 3s to wound becomes 4s against the Terminator. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, just the 1. And Mike will take a 4+ invulnerable save. Bjork to Zog Puncher. 50-50 chance. Got a 4, Mike. Well done.
Oh, yes.
Terminator survives. James are kind of one of the models that's on the way out of the list here. Low impact from her. Okay, I'll switch to the Wraith Lord here. I could go 4 sort of real heavy attacks here to try and get the kills, or I could spread it out to 8. It's kind of the same kind of result. I'll go heavy. Looking for 3s. Nice. 2s. Yeah, 4 dead from there. AP -4. Yeah, Armor Contempt would have been useful just to try and defy some of those, but 4 remain. Wraithlord's hacked half of them down. That's us done. Mike can fight back. Terminator's alive. He can strike back against Chainsaw, and so too can these Marines. Alright, this is Matt Lancaster's squad here fighting on those. 4 of them remain, including the squad leader. They're taking on Mephisto here. Hitting on 3s here because Mike didn't charge, didn't get the bonus.
Oh, sorry, I was starting.
Oh, going across it? Yeah, fine, go ahead, yeah.
Yeah.
Terminator fighting.
3s, reroll 1s.
-1 to the hit rolls. against Chains Art.
Okay. So, none. Just the one, sorry.
Yeah.
Strength 5.
Toughness 4.
3s.
Wound comes through. And
Just your one.
yeah, it's going to be 4+.
-3.
I'll do Carrie Kunkel here. Let's try and stop a wound from coming through on Jane Czar. She blocks it, so no damage taken.
I will get an extra attack with that one.
Yeah, Mike's saying he's got an extra attack for the accursed weapon, but Jane Czar grants -1 to hit rolls against her and also -1 to the attack's characteristics, so that's just going to cancel it out. We'll end at that point. Both models cause no damage against each other here. One Defiant Terminator remains.
How many redos have I left there?
There's 3 regulars and squad leader. Rayflord's got 6 wounds left. Okay, here come the attacks.
Yeah.
It's a good roll. So,
then,
what is your strength when you're not on the charge?
Strength 4. Or no, strength 4.
Yeah.
And because you charged me, I get +1 strength.
I was saying Mikey's strength 5. If you are charged, you get the +1 strength.
Yeah.
And he also gets his extra AP -1. So we've charged into something here that could shred this Wraith Knight. 5s and 6s. There's 3. And those are going to be -2.
AP2, yeah.
Right, 5+s here. Every wound's precious for the Wraith Lord, so I need to try and... We stopped 1. So we'll drop to 4. Wraith Lord over half destroyed. I do have a Strands of Fate save and throw available, but I'm saving that for next turn.
And then the
Squad leader.
squad leader. Yeah.
Nice, a lot of attacks here.
So this is strength 5 +1, strength 6.
5s.
Nope, it equals 5, but no.
Okay, so that's that done. Combat's resolved, I think, across the board. We'll go on to morale. There might be some for the cultists. Yeah, we'll do their morale. Failed, and then it's going to be remove a model and then roll up for the others. So one model gone, the other one survives with combat attrition. Okay, which is just enough to hold on to that objective. We'll calculate points at this stage. Eldar are spread out across sort of this whole section of the table here, but we haven't destroyed this target across here and taken damage. We haven't destroyed the Terminator. And Mike's got a wasp's nest of characters that are eager to get out, and they've certainly got some targets to go after here on the next turn for the Black Legions. This may well be the turn coming up for them where they get a chance to get stuck in. Plus, Mike has a Deep Striker unit available as well. Points coming through, healthy enough for the Eldar. 12 points picked up for primaries, 3 points picked up because we perform the action across here whilst in control of that objective, the new one. Don't hold that one, but got the other 2. So 3 points picked up for that. No prisoners, about 4 or 5 points are on now in total. And then nothing for behind enemy lines yet. And then assassination, haven't got through to any of the characters. But about 20 points to 2 at this stage. Mike does have a turn in hand, though. So he's going to pick up points for primaries. Yes, controls 2. So 4 points will come in. Plus there's his own secondaries to go after as well. I'm sure he has intent to clear Eldar units off of objectives also. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Black Legion next. Alright, so turn 2 movement here for Black Legion. Mike's just finalising his Deep Strikers. So, backing out, playing using the CP that was gained and going Red Corsairs, so backing out of close combat and preparing to charge. Yeah. So just lets Mike charge fresh going in. And then the general advance here. Now Mike can meet targets head on. So Abaddon's shifted out from cover. The Terminator's backed out of close combat. And then what's left of the Dark Commune, Master of Executions, and the Havoc's pushing forwards here. So Black Legion going to go for charges here this turn. Then come around this side. This squad that was here shifted across. They've now claimed the objective. They're going to be a lot tougher than Chaos Cultists. So they'll hold on to that and lining up to let loose with some firepower against the Dire Avengers. Master of Possessions just here at the back. And then the Deep Strikers, so the Obliterators have turned up here. So to let loose with some firepower and a potential charge. They're pretty good in close combat as well. The fight's back on now. Black Legion finally have a chance to get their teeth sunk into the Eldar. Yeah, it's only turn 2 really. It's only been 2 turns of firepower here from the Eldar. It feels longer because the Eldar have had a lot to do here, and there's been a grind taking place between these two sides. Black Legion fancy their chances now, letting loose with some firepower and also some tasty close combats. So the Eldar have struggled to wipe out targets. They didn't kill the Terminators, they didn't destroy the Dark Commune, and I think we're going to be punished for doing so. We've also got some units that we've moved in aggressively, and let's give Mike a chance to leapfrog into them into close combat. I think we'll pay a heavy price for that as well.
Plus 1 to receive its cover, red cover.
Okay, yeah, Benediction of Darkness has been played. It's got a roll off though for this one.
So, yeah, it's a 3-up.
Goes off on a 6. Okay, so that aura, that bubble goes off just there, granting cover to aid and protect units within that bubble range.
Yeah, and then we're going to do Act of Flesh.
Ah, yes, to return models to play.
Yeah, and I'll do it on the Havocs.
Oh.
So needing a 5. Yeah.
Goes off, I can't stop it.
Bring that.
Havoc back.
Auto cannon.
Yeah, to beef that squad back up. Nice. Next power is Mutated Invigoration.
Yeah. 6.
Goes off. Just going to put it on a Baden here. Just layer up protection on him. Okay.
And then I'll do Smite.
Smite, okay, yep.
Which is going to be into...
yeah, chainsaw.
Goes off just about 5. So
yeah, D3 mortal wounds. This would be a good time to get a 5. Ha! Mike's a happy boy because it's per phase. Maximum of 3 wounds per phase. So that puts Chainsaw in a right pickle here because Mike's got shooting phase, close combat phase to try and strip the last wounds away from her. So Chainsaw now finds herself in trouble. She's danced herself into trouble here against the Black Legion. I would say what we've done, shoot them from range, is the right policy here against Black Legion. Going toe-to-toe against them in close combat, to face off against them, I think is foolhardy here for the Eldar. So units that have got themselves too close are going to get punished here. I think that's, despite the numbers, the damage that's been caused, Black Legion are going to make the Eldar pay in blood for their pride, arrogance and boldness. All right, Mike's going to shoot at Chainsaw here with a pistol. Oh, it's coming from the Master of Possessions.
Yes, I give him the Relic of Warp's Malice. I think it is.
Oh, go ahead. 4 shots.
Because I'm in... It's pistol 2, but because of the wanton round, it comes 4.
I think each time an attack is made against this model. Yeah, it is -1 to hit her for acrobatic.
So it becomes back to 3s then.
Uh-huh. Yes, because she's closest, that's fine. Yeah.
And any 6s is 2 mortal wounds.
Because of the wanton. Oh, because of the ability. Oh,
it's a relic, so I'm going to go Scott Costello.
Scott Costello. Oh, close. He's an Alpha Legion player.
Yes.
That'll do.
Right, so...
It's Chris Comiskey here. That's okay.
I'm outside of range, so... Yeah. No 6s. I'm slightly disappointed.
Okay.
So I think it's strength 5.
Raised to wound.
Strength 5, yeah.
Ooh, 1.
Well, it's -2 damage.
I'll go for Dave Humphreys here. 4+. Ooh, blocked. Okay, Jane. She has a 4+ invulnerable save, so Jane defies that firepower coming through. Okay, Mike's allocating firepower for the Havocs now. Now, these are the ones you bless to reroll hit rolls and wound rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. So there's a melter gun on the Sergeant. He's going to try and pick off Jane Czar.
Yeah.
And then as 2 las cannons and the auto cannons going into the bikers, Mike's going to go after them.
Yeah.
Longbow BB.
Longbow BB.
He's a World Eaters player, actually.
Yes.
So there are some Chaos allegiances here amongst the Patreons. This is against Jane Czar.
Yeah.
She's been struck.
2.
Yeah. Wounds. Yeah, 2. You got a 2. Yeah, I'm toughness 4. Go ahead. It's down to my own one save now. I'll grab the last dice. Blood Angels Ryan here. He's not just Blood Angels. He's Blood Angels Imperial and Orcs. Oh, okay. Maybe an Eldar friend after intense negotiations. So we're looking for a 4. Otherwise, Jane's going to go. It's a 5. She lives. Okay.
Abaddon.
Oh, now rest the Havocs first.
Oh, yes.
Mike just wants to kill Jane Czar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the cannon.
Yeah, also can. Yeah, 2 shots.
Yeah, 2 shots.
Damage 2 though. 2 hits. 3s to wound. Both wound. -2.
Yep.
2 5-ups. Nope. I'm going to check their wounds. I think they're 2 wounds each. Mike's going to kill 2 of them. It's a very good result. 2 Lascan shots next. They've both hit. Now, these will be on 2s to wound. Yes. We are 3-up save. Yeah, they've improved it. 6s would be great. No. D6 on the first one. Just about. D6 on the next. Oh, yeah. Real good result here. Another 2 bikers slain. It's a very, very good result. That's Eldar DACA seriously being reduced. And there'll be morale possibly as an issue for those as well. That biker squad's been hit very hard. Eldar's starting to get cut down here. Bit of a surge from Black Legion.
Abby and the Chancellor.
Yeah.
What's he rocking?
If you're on 2s, then it'll go to 3s. Because Jane Czar's -1. Yeah, Mike's back to 2s. Because it's +1 to hit the closest target, which is Jane. That's fine.
Strength 5.
He's adding an extra 1 in because of the wanton as well.
Yeah.
3s to wound. 3.
3. Minus 1, 2 damage, I think it is.
Yeah. Ow. Oh, she's gonna go. Is it worth trying to keep her alive? Yeah. She's gone. I'm gonna let her go. Jane's eyes gone. I could have come out. Yeah, Mike's glad to see her go. I could have kept her alive, but what's the point? It's going to charge in anyway.
Gives me a point.
All right. Are you? Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. Well done. Jane's eyes slain. She's removed from play. She danced out into the open here. Played games with the Black Legion and has come off the worst here. Okay. So we'll go on to the next unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of DACA into the Dire Avengers. They're a soft enough target. That's the student here that's holding on to the objective. Yeah, they can shoot. The Chaos Cultist is the one that's performing the action. So they move. It's going to be a couple of bolter shots, and then it's the heavy bolter.
So the heavy bolter for 3 shots.
Yep.
Because they are now the closest eligible.
Correct. Yeah.
Choose.
Yeah. Now Mike can see them, so they're not the closest, but he's rolled 3s and above anyway. 3s to wound.
3s to wound, yeah.
All of them.
-1, 2 damage.
-1 and +1, so go to 4s for cover. Block 2, taken 1, so 1 casualty so far. And then 4 bolter shots, needing 3s. And 3s to wound.
Just the 1.
And a 4 to block. We do. Okay, so 1 casualty taken. Yeah, plasma. You may as well just go not supercharging because there's no point. No. And then bolt pistols as well.
So 2s. 6s. No.
Plasma.
Pistol. Yep.
5s. Gets it. -2 or 3. I'm going to roll up here. And that's not going to stop it. So we'll take that wound, drop down to 3 wounds left. That helps, definitely helps for the ensuing close combat. So yeah, we're on obliterators. They're over there in the corner. They've got multiple targets. Mike wants to kill Wraith Lords.
Yeah. So we'll do the focused malice.
Yep.
Heavy D3.
So you get to pick what type of shots you want to do.
Yeah. So
this is number of shots. Mike's back to his nickname here. Snake Eyes. Just when you needed it.
I did.
That's number of shots though, so it's not over yet. Yeah, well, it means you can't destroy it because you needed at least 3 successes to bring it down.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? You come on, reroll the number of shots.
I know, but I'm
oh dear.
But I'm sitting here thinking if I fail my charge.
Some of Mike's decisions that he's had to make in this game have been very, very painful.
It's hurting my head.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's not just
you know what? Have faith.
in
the
charge.
In the charge, in the crusade, right?
2s.
No, I might re-roll the number of shots.
If you want to. I'll say nothing. I'll not pass comment. It'll be your decision, Mike, and you can just roll away. I'll give him a bit of time. It's not fair. We'll we'll pause the camera and let him have a think.
The charge.
We've done a dummy run going through, and it's not worth it.
No.
Yes, because you need that command reroll to reroll your charge.
Mm-hmm.
Right, got it. Yeah, okay. So 2 shots then.
So 2 shots.
Need 3s because it's not the closest target. It does get the 2 hits. 3s to wound. Put some damage on this thing. 1 does go through.
-3, 4 damage.
Block on the 6.
You second me.
Sorry. Just using it up at the end of the turn. No. Strands of Fate it's called. It's
Eldar.
the way of the Eldar.
Eldar. Eldar, yeah. Oh.
I'm getting flashbacks to like 10 years ago when I started collecting these and played against James. this is how it begins. Give it 10 years, Mike, and you'll end up like a bellowing, chanting Imperial player. So we've got it's a long road ahead here. We'll go on to, is shooting phase finished?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go on to charges next.
There's felt with Abby when I went. You feel it?
There's a lot of charges here. Abaddon surely must make his charge. Really, the targets for him is the Dire Avengers. You could go super bold and go after the Banshees. They're across the other side of the barricade. It'd be 2 up, 2 across. To get to them, it's doable. So there's options available.
+1 on the charge.
Oh, is it? Right. Yeah, you could go after
4,
them.
6, 8, 7.
Right. Just we're in the middle of charges here. This charge went ahead, no problem. Master of Execution's gone there. Havoc's went in first. So they're in huge trouble. And Abaddon did it. He made his charge. 11, I think he is. He's burst through the cover. Just as Brightstar was reporting back about Abaddon's defiance in the shooting phase. Now they've been ambushed here. The Howling Banshees have been ambushed by Abaddon. And Brightstar will just have to watch the whole thing take place. And then Mike's failed a charge across here, all to 1 and a 2. The Obliterators, he's grabbed the command reroll. And he's going to go for the reroll. This will make his day. If this charge goes ahead, he'll be happy. All 7, no. No kind of +1 or anything to charges or any? Or +2?
No.
Doesn't go ahead. All right, Obliterators don't make it in. It hasn't gone all the way here for Black Legion. But plenty of charges have taken place. Now this is the realm where they like to fight. Not long-range firepower. These Chaos Space Marines are built for fighting, and this is the situation they're now in. So I can't interrupt play. I've got 1 CP. So Mike's free to fight across the board here, and potentially high impact in all of these combats.
Well, that's the plan.
This one?
Starting there, yes. So because I have now made the charge, I am now hitting on 2s.
Right. 3 wounds to try and get through against this Wraith Lord. If you don't kill him, I could wipe you out.
I know, see, this is where I got excited and spent the CP, where I could have used the CP for
Something else. Yeah.
6 is the auto wonder or something.
This is big, this one. Looking for 2s. 6 is a poppin'? No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Right, that's the hits. This is with regular chain swords. Mike will be wounding on 5, so. Come on, Wraith Lord, hold. This is my Fisto here. That's ridiculous. Oh, no, not 6. Oh, that's the worst result. No. -2.
-2, yes.
I'm going to go. Got him. Oh, unbelievable. Brilliant result. Wraith Lord down. Do we explode? No. I thought we'd survive that. Significant result. Objective cleared and held. Wraith Lord destroyed in close combat. That was a good move, Mike, because Mike paid the CP to back out and go Red Corsairs. So, nice. Well done. Yeah. Alright, the game's back on. Mike shifted across this way, saying that for his secondaries, the points are starting to flow in here. He's recaptured this objective. So, this is a good start. You just have to, Black Legion, you're not built for shooting. not the fastest army. It's kind of acceptance that the opponent's going to hurl everything at you the first couple of turns. But if and when you do get stuck in, then the fun begins.
Yeah.
So Havoc's available. Master of Execution's also available here. It's 10 Dire Avengers.
To squad leader.
Yeah, Havoc's fighting. They've made a piling move. I'll zoom in so people can see the combat that's taking place. Here it is. Grizzly stuff. Black Legion going in. Even the heavy support weapons have been enough just to charge in to their Eldari foe.
So 4 attacks.
2s.
2s. Reroll on 1s.
Yeah, if it's 6 inches,
yeah.
You got it. You're okay. Rerolling 1s for a bad one.
So strength 4.
Yeah, 3s. 2. They're on reroll hit rolls and wound rolls, so Mike's going to reroll these wounds. So that comes through.
-1.
5+ invulnerable save. And block 1. 2 casualties taken.
And the other 3. 2s.
Expecting Mike to get the wipeout here.
Yep. Strength 4. 3s again.
Oh, yes. Nearly all of them.
Yeah, no AP.
Right.
Yeah.
4 ups then. It's alright, I can't complain. I've lost 3 more. Squad's been halved in size. Master of Executions.
Yes.
So far, so good. Eldar units have been cut down here. I'm starting to lose options. We're heading towards the point when the Black Legion are going to start swinging the game around, I reckon. But as I said at the start of the game, Brightstar's still alive, so we have hope. He's down there at the moment, trying to protect the Banshee ladies here.
So Master of Execution sitting on 2s, reroll 1s because he's within range of Ali.
Yeah.
6s, do 2 mortal wounds.
No way. All hit and 2 mortals.
So that sequence ends there then.
Right.
This is strength 7.
2s. 4 of them.
4. That'll be your influence. It's -2 damage.
We block 2. So
2 mortals. So
2 have made it through.
yeah.
And then 2 mortals.
Yep.
I'm down to the Exarch. Such an Eldar thing, just have the Exarch still alive. He's modelled there with the glaive, but he's not got anything. I'm running the double Shuriken, Avenger Shuriken catapult. Okay, almost the massacre. Morale's going to be a problem anyway. Anything else? So, yeah, nothing here. Abaddon. This is where he is. He's going to fight downstairs against the benches, just here. So Mike will get to fight first. He's charged, plus he has his own shutdown ability anyway. So we're just going to calculate the number of attacks that Abaddon gets. Benches will boast 5+ invulnerable save. Mike's going to go for 18 attacks instead of 9. It's a lower spec, but he just wants the volume to come through to force the Banshees to make loads of 5+ invulnerable saves. The aim is to get through to that Exarch that's carrying the mirror swords. I'll strike back with about 10 attacks at damage 2.
Yeah, so here's the
Mike wants the wipeout, preferably.
first one.
2s, rerollable. So reroll here. And fish for 6s for wanton massacre.
I'm tempted to reroll everything there again and then
Look for 6s.
and look for 6s. Is that greedy? No,
If you want to,
it's
it's up to
greedy.
you.
Oh, I've knocked them 2. That was a 1, didn't it? But I knocked that one over.
That's fine, yep.
So 1, 2.
3. So push that one back in and take 2 more. 2s to win, rerollable.
Yep.
So running at about 20 hits though.
Oh, that is 20. It's on my dice.
Yep, I'll do. Twos to win.
I'll knock that over.
1 just there. So it's going to be 18.
18, yeah.
I think Mike will get the wipeout that he's searching for here. Unless you roll amazingly. We're out of Patreons. Ah, long gone. Long gone. Banshees. Destroyed. They're gone. Free stab. No, so he's gone down, but not tapped into Brightstar. So way too intimidated to go against that beloved Autarch. So we've met on the battlefield here, so well done. As Abaddon breaking through here and really helping the Chaos Legion surge back into the fight here. They've wreaked havoc against the Eldar. We'll fight back with an Exarch down here. In 3s. In 5s. 1 save to make on the Master of Executions.
On AP?
Nothing.
2 up?
Yep. Fine. Okay, that's all our attacks coming back. So Mike's grabbed this objective. He's re-grabbed the objective across there as well. He's destroyed the Banshees. Chainsaw's gone. So all of a sudden, by turn 2 here, we've seen a surge with the Black Legion. Both sides now taking heavy casualties. We'll calculate points, bit of morale to resolve as well, and turn 2 will come to an end for the Black Legion. So, points coming in. Morale failed across here. Passed. Points picked up. Nothing for Despoiled Dominions. The Long War points starting to come in now. 3 points picked up for that. 4 points for primaries. But the situation's now improved. Mike's grabbed a 3rd objective. 2 points picked up because Mike performed the action and has 2 objectives at the end of his turn. So 2 for that one. So 11 points to 17. It's more like 20 because of the damage that we've caused for no prisoners. So a resurge has taken place here from the Black Legion, but Eldar still find themselves ahead. And now we're going to switch over to their turn. He's a problem. He's untouched, this Wraith Knight here. Firepower is available from him. A lot of our options have been cut down. Wraith Lord's removed. Bikers, Banshees are gone. Jane's gone. So options are certainly cut down. So the battle's back on. Eldar need to try and stem this Black Legion tide as much as they can. We do have some resources left, for sure. We'll go on to their turn 3. Middle stage of the game for the Eldar coming up next. Alright, so movement done for the Eldar on their 3rd turn. Dire Avengers continue to push forwards. Going to just try and keep the pressure up on the Black Legion here. Advanced of these, just shift them, trying to get them out of trouble and across here. And if we survive, we can maybe head on for behind enemy lines on a later turn. So, Brightstar's gone across here with his warp jump generator, so he's gone 12. And his intent, I think, is across here. Well, I should know. I'm running him. So the idea is he goes across there. Wraith Knight, we're giving tremendous respect to Abaddon here, so everyone's sort of pulling back away from him. Bikers here, Wraith Knight across here. The Avengers have shifted around. They can use their battle focus to zip back in. Then around the other side of the board. So across here, Wraith Lord's backtracked across in this direction. It's going to be a 9-inch charge though, so that's going to be a problem against the Obliterators. Bikes are spread out actually in range of both of those objectives. And then we've seen these moving up in this direction to lend some firepower support. That's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Right, in the middle of shooting phase here, Dire Avengers have fired and since backed off. Tried to strip wounds away from here, but failed. They did pick off the Chaos Cultist, destroyed him. We've just on the firing from this, the Wraith Knight. It's gone through with 1 lance and it's caused about 18 wounds there against the Master of Possession. He's been picked off and destroyed. The lance across here, just the 1 shot came through, which we then used Strands of Fate to hit, Strands of Fates to wound. Mike's got an invuln save here of 4+. So 50-50. It's a huge roll, biggest roll of the game, I reckon. Got you! Are you sure it's a 4+? Yeah. That counts as a 6 to wound. So I'm going to give you D3 mortal wounds. 3. So 5.
I'm just going to have to go kill something now to get it back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can regain those wounds. Okay, 3 wounds taken. Okay, so as you can see, it's not all going the Eldar's way here. We'll go for Bright Lances across into the Obliterators. 3s. BL10. Alright, 2 hits. Toughness on them things?
5.
3s to wound. Both go through. So you're down to an invuln save of... You got 5+. We got 2 up armor save actually.
Yes, 2 up.
It's -4. So Mike will take an invuln save 5+. Again, huge rolls here.
What's the damage?
D3 plus 3.
Oh, sorry about this.
Oh, blocked 1, saved 1. Damage 5 wounds total.
Yeah, I know, I was tempted to.
CP reroll.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to make you.
It'll cause us trouble if both survive, 100%.
You've no CP left either, sure you don't?
No, burnt everything.
Right, come on.
He's going to do it.
Make it even.
6! Rolled in amongst my blessed Eldar. Oh, no, they both defiantly survived. Oh, no, this is not going well. Swinging round here. Mike rubs his hands with glee here. Black Legion on the resurge. Nabadan's in the heart of the battlefield. He's about to kick the mechanical cat as well.
7 turns a game, is it?
Yeah. No, time's on your side. Well, I don't know if Eldar have got enough points. The game's right back in the mix here. So, I got the headache of decisions to make now. Got Brightstar here. Where to shoot, where to charge. We've got targets all over the place. All right, we'll press on with shooting here, but it's not all going the way for the Eldar here, and they could be losing their grip on this game. Oh dear, the most painful shooting phase of my life here. So we've fired these and tucked them back around. They put a wound on Abaddon, so he took a wound. Bright Sparks, Bright Lance, Bright Future, Bright Star.
Yep, you got that.
Fired across here. Got a hit, got a wound. But Mike passed a 5+ invulnerable save.
Quite a few shots.
He is. Terminator will not die. I couldn't fire across here because these are actually shielding, protecting the character. So it's all gone a bit pear-shaped here for the Eldar. And then firepower from the Shroud Runners across here just caused a single wound against the Marines holding the objective. So stubborn defiance here from the Black Legion, digging their heels in, refusing to take more casualties against the Eldar. Charges. Yeah, there is a couple of charges. Right. So I think we said a 9-inch charge across there for the Wraith Floor going in. Yeah. I'd spent my CP. What would I have got? I still wouldn't have charged. Oh, Wraith Lord's not going to make it in. That's very significant. Now what to do with Brightstar? Or more like Lone Star here, because he's on his own. There's loads of places to go. I could go across here. I could try and take him on, which would be right into the Hornet's Nest. Michael shut me down.
I'm coming after you no matter what way you do it.
Yeah.
Do you hope you save well against me and then get to hit me back?
Actually, no CP. I must fulfill my destiny. I will charge the Master of Executions. I don't know why I feel I'm drawn for this charge. 'Tis my destiny. And I'll charge the Havocs at the same time, because Mike can't Overwatch. Charge for the Eldar. 10. Oh, yes, we are.
You are in
trouble. That's Ray Cross. You can blame Ray for all that happens next. That charge has taken place. Oh no! Now I've neglected. Oh.
Caught up in the moment.
We'll move on to combat resolution. Oh, bad. Not good here. Not good at all. We'll go on to combat resolution. Oh, this is going to be painful. Right, Brightstar just needs to survive here. This is the fight of his life. What a way to debut on the channel. I mean, honestly, there it is. Yuck. Disgusting. Right, so Master of Executions against Brightstar. Like so. Alright, here we go.
See if I can take his head. 2s reroll on 1s. 6s explode. Turn 3. 6s do 2 mortal wounds to hit.
Oh, no. Yeah, hold on there a second. We'll just check to see if we've got any Eldar trickery to help. I'm sure Ray's cried out in agony here at the decision I've just made going into this combat, but I can't help it. I felt drawn in. So I've just got to survive, right? So, do it. Mike says 6s... 666 will kill me.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Well, sorry.
No 6s. No 6s. Nothing. Oh.
Reroll the 1s.
Oh, please, no, why? Because of Abaddon?
Yeah.
Oh!
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Ray's cheered up here. He's tuning in. Come on.
Roll
So you're trying to wound me now. I'm a toughest 3.
I'm strength.
Strength 5.
7.
Strength 7. 2's to wound. All right, those have gone through. Those have gone through. Those have gone through. Okay, so what is the AP minus?
3.
We'll switch to the invuln save thanks to the relic that Ray suggested. Ray's relic. And then we'll go for 4+ invulnerable saves. All right, we block 2. Fate's Messenger ignores that one. So 1 comes through, damage 2. And then the damage coming through is -1 damage. So we just take a wound. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I survived. Oh, so you shut me down entirely? We'll check the wording on that one. See if I fight now or I have to wait. Brightstar here. He charges into the darkest of shadows. We're just checking to see the kind of shutdown here that comes from the Master of Executions. Wherever I get to fight now, wherever the Havocs get to pile in and make their attacks. Right, Brightstar. Debut. Close combat against the Master of Executions. Put all the attacks into him. Slay this character. Give the Eldar hope in the darkness. 2s. All hit. Hold it right there. We've got Mandy Blasters. 6s for mortal wounds. To wound. 3s to wound with our glaive. It's ×2 strength. Whoa. Okay. So 3 have made it through. There's nothing I can do to adjust this at all. There's no mortal wounds have been caused. So Mike has some invuln saves to make here.
No big minus on it, is it?
Yeah, -3. 2 damage. This could be the end of the Master of Possessions. No, and no. 4 wounds. Master of Possessions has been brought down by Brightstar here.
What? 2 to 5. The enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Oh no.
On a 6, it suffers 3.
Because of I killed you.
Gorge of eternal hit.
Go ahead.
3 mortal wounds.
It's the price we pay for shining so brightly. I'm still on the board though. 5 wounds, yes, we've got 1 wound left. Part of the reason for making that charge was to... part of the reason for making that charge was to try and pin the Havocs down, but yeah, they haven't attacked yet, so they can pile in and fight. We cling on with 1 wound left. Right, here come Mike's attacks. He's piled in intelligently here and got within range of a baton for the reroll ones.
Yeah, so...
Squad leader?
3, 4, 5. Yep.
What's he equipped with? A combat weapon?
Yes, he has a chainsword. So he has 4 attacks. I did build him with a maul, and I'm a build at home. I'd imagine him with a maul, so...
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4. So he's a chainsword. So 3's reroll ones. 6 explode.
No.
So what's that one? That one. Strength 4.
3s to wound. Our hope is fading.
2, 4, 5 at -1.
That's 5 saves with 3+. Brightstar. Survived that one. Survived that one. Good for him. And he survived that as well. That's very good. And this one? He survived that on a 6. He's one stylish kind of guy. He's passed them all. Thanks to Ray's upgrade. If I hadn't taken Ray's upgrade, I would have died. Come on, Ray. Ray is here. He's with us. Brightstar, survive. Do it. There's 3 more to come through. Or 3 more lots of 3. Are you right, Mike? Do you need to take a seat? Take a breather. Oh, dude, the stress of this game. It's meant, it's meant to be.
And one at a time, I'd have rolled all the ones.
Oh, boy, it's meant to be a friendly game, this one. 6s will explode. Oh, insane.
So that will replace that one.
Yeah, no, 2 more in. Yeah, got it. 3s to win. Oh, no. Fair few have failed. All right, 5 saves here for Brightstar to make. No. We'll leave those where they are. And we'll add more dice to our constellation of saves. So any AP minus for this one?
No.
2 up.
With no CP.
No. Oh, no. Oh, the story comes to an end. Oh, dear. So Brightstar has to go. Maybe his warp jump generator kicks in at just the right point and he disappears away. Like an Eldari
A tank
gut
master
ripper.
of executions.
He did.
Tanked him.
And brought him down. I have to say, yeah, Brightstar. What a debut for him. So he's done all right. He's a retro Autarch here from the past. We did the colour scheme from artwork that's literally decades old. He's debuted onto the channel and has danced around the board here. Ambushed almost by Abaddon, but hopped, skipped and jumped across, picked out the Master of Execution. And it was selfless stuff. I mean, he was meant to go over there for the overall battle plan, but felt the call to plunge into the Master of Execution as like an Eldar kind of revenge against that model. So he fulfilled his task here, but it cost him his life in this game. But Brightstar, the star has faded away. And I did say at the beginning of the game, as long as Brightstar remains alive, the Eldar have hope, but he's now gone. And I think the Black Legion have the advantage here, but we've caused some damage. Master of Executions is gone. The Psych is gone as well. Master of Possession. So damage certainly has been caused. Turn comes to an end. Here we'll calculate points, round tests and so on. Give you a score. Alright, so Mike's going to start his moving and roll into the next turn. Points that have come in here for the Eldar. So Assassination. We've got 2 assassinations. 6 points picked up for that. 8 points for primaries. 2 points because our unit's stretched. I reckon you can control multiple objectives of 1 unit. So points picked up for that. So 2 points in total. The action was performed across here. So 31 points to the Eldar here. They're still keeping the points flowing in. It may be a case that just need to see the game out, trying to avoid too much contact with the Black Legion and try and obviously win on points total. We'll see what happens. We're going to turn 3 now. Maybe get a better shape of the game, or idea of the shape of the game, once the Black Legion have had their turn. We'll go on to their turn 3 next. Right, movement done. These moved across here, but still holding the objective. Advanced across here with him to grab the objective anyway. Havocs have pushed forwards. Abaddon's headed across in this direction. With the +1 to his charge rolls, he needs an 8.
8.
To reach the Wraith Knight. Trouble. Terminator shifted across here into Spoil Worlds.
To spoil...
Dominions.
Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, and these will just continue to hold the objective. Yeah. And perform the action.
Perform the action, yeah.
Alright, movement done. Psychic phase, yep.
No, that's a...
Oh, he doesn't do psychic stuff?
No, it's a prayer.
Any psychic stuff?
No, you killed him.
Mm-hmm. Shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting phase. A win put on here from pistols. Dropping down to 17 wounds. That's 5 from the Havocs. Abaddon fired across here. Picked off one of the Dire Avengers. And over in the corner there, the Obliterators caused 2 wounds on the Shroud Runners there. He passed a number of saves and a number of wounds not making it through. That shooting phase finished. We'll go on to charges next. Alright, charges going ahead. This one was easy. It's made it. Abaddon has made it in against the Wraith Knight. That is not good. Obliterators have gone in only against the Shroud Runners. Mike's looking to shred them. We're going to combat resolution next. Right, so we'll capture this one. Just want to see what Abaddon can do. Now he's made it into combat here against the Wraith Knight. Huge construct here, but Abaddon will gladly go in against this towering monstrosity on the table.
Yeah.
The fight that's about to take place. 9 attacks.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s.
6s explode.
Oh, and he's got a couple.
And I'm going to CP reroll this now.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
I need the full house.
Right.
Plus some extra.
Okay.
If Abby kills this, is going to be fantastic looking, you know?
Yeah, it'll be good. This will be good. As the Black Legion come crashing onto the channel.
Oh, right.
Toughness 8.
Strength. 10.
3 to wound.
3's the 1. Right. 8.
If he destroys
all the 6s.
What do 6s do?
D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, right, I gotcha. 3's to wound, 3's to wound. Okay, it's okay. Mike would have wanted more.
Yeah.
And you're not re-rolling your wounds or anything?
No, I don't think so. No, I put that on the hooks.
Yeah, the re-rolls, yeah. So it looks like we've got six regulars. Oh, 7, yeah, because the mortal wounds are on top. And AP minus crazy. It's going to be...
-4.
Yep.
3 damage.
5 plus invulnerable. Yeah, now we're in trouble. Alright, let's just figure this out. 3 damage at a time drops to 2 damage at a time. So that's going to be 12 wounds. So I'll survive here. We're going to be in a sorry state. I'll leave it. So I'll take 12 damage. That's going to knock me down to 5 wounds left. Plus your mortal wounds, Mike.
Yeah, so we need to do...
Almost did it. Another 3. 2 wounds left. You have to say, though, bad and brilliant potential in close combat, but not quite enough to bring the huge construct down. We'll press on with the rest of the combats here. Right, so combat's resolved. Target destroyed down here. That's Matt Lancaster's squad. Done well. Shroud Runners destroyed across the other side. Target gone as well. So, yeah, Black Legion now have the upper hand at this middle stage of the game. I think the Eldar mistake was to sweep in and get too close to them. We were drawn in, and then Mike punished the Eldar for doing so, and then has led up an effective breakout here. Units diminished, yes, but options stronger than the Eldar at this point, and our beloved Wraith Knight teeters on destruction. Almost looks like he's been pushed off the board here by Baden. We'll calculate points into turn 3, but it's a strong resurge now from Black Legion. Right, Black Legion have caught up for sure. 29 points to them now. That's points for the Long War, 3 points coming in. Despoiled Dominions, 4 points being picked up for that one. 8 points for primaries, 3 points for the action being performed, and Mike now controlling 1, 2, 3 objectives over in that corner with the Obliterators. So see that spread there across the middle of the board, that's strong for the Black Legion. And then our 33 points. So the Eldar are ahead, but it's not by much. The gap has been closed for sure. We need to press on to turn 4. Here we're going to the 4th turn of the game for the Eldar next. Alright, so movement for the Eldar. This battle, I think this battle's going to be tight here. So, Wraith Knight. In close combat, we paid 2 CP. We had a spare CP in the one that was generated. We spent 2 CP and regenerated 3 wounds back onto this thing. So it's back up to 5. It's moved across 8. It can fall back, shoot, and charge. So this is a real option in amongst the Black Legion. Dire Avengers, I need to control objectives. So we're heading across in that direction, but we've headed back towards the objective here instead. So we've anchored that one with an advanced move. These are going to shoot and disappear. These are going to shoot across in this direction as well. And then the Wraith Lord is round... He's there. He's to face off against the Obliterators. That's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. Right, at the end of shooting phase here, typical Eldar, they've done all right. So the Battle Focus moved in, fired through here and took out the character. We could see him because he was in amongst the ruin. Fired here, the Dire Avengers, they've since ducked in there, and they caused 3 wounds against Baden. We offloaded all of our firepower into here. Strands of Fate 2 hits, Strands of Fate 2 wounds. And then another hit came through as well, so it took out 3. And then the mortal wounds finished off the squad leader. So we've wiped them out and cleared that objective. I've then got 2 hits and 2 wounds with Bright Lances. And Mike's about to roll invuln saves here. He needs to pass both of these. 5 pluses.
Well, definitely one of them anyway.
Oh, he's blocked 1. D3.
CP.
If you want to, yeah. Come on, reroll 5 plus. Not this time, not this time. Oh, so close.
I got it now.
1 model slain. We're going to charges next. Right, charge phase. Wraith Knight's gone here against the Havocs, and across the other side, the Wraith Lord's gone in against the Obliterator. Ah, boy, this is big, right? So we'll go Wraith Lord here. Looking for 3s. BR10. Helps. Using the glaive.
Right.
3s to wound. Oh boy. This is a big one. We're rolling up here for an invuln save. 5 plus.
Just the one, yeah?
Just the one. It's game changer. No, it's a 2. Damage on that one. I think we've done enough. D3 plus 3 with crushing strike.
No, don't roll a 1.
It's a 5 wound model. I think you're right. Oh boy.
5 wounds, yeah.
Oh no.
3.
4. Oh man. Okay, we'll press on. That's infuriating. Nightmare. Alright, so combat's resolved. No damage coming through here. Mike had 3 successful wounds coming through, but it's -1 damage, so he took 3 wounds, dropping down to 6 on the Wraith Lord over in the corner. That's Ben Shaw fighting away there against. There's someone in charge of your obliterators as well, isn't it?
Lucas Brown.
Lucas Brown, okay. So 2 Phoenix Swords battling away in that corner. That's combat's resolved, turn finished here. Not many models left on the board, really. And I think we'll probably see the Wraith Knight brought down with Abaddon. If he elects to go in that direction, we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, if it's auto yes there. We'll go on to calculate points here at the end of Eldar turn 4. Mike's doing his move here. Eldar turn, we've brought some points in. Assassination, killed this character down here. 4 points for primaries, 1 point because we performed the action and held 1 objective at the end of our turn. Which was, no. Not any objective in. Oh, yes, we do. Sorry, I can't see him. Yeah, Dire Avengers across there. Okay, so point picked up for that. I can perform this action because Dire Avengers have a built-in ability where they can perform actions and still shoot. So that's still available for us. And then 9 points in total now for assassination. No prisoners coming through as well. It's 41 points plus about another 5 or 6, you reckon, for no prisoners. So about 45 points to 29 at this stage. Mike's got 2 turns in hand here to try and catch up and surpass the Eldar. We'll go on to the rest. So we'll go on to Mike's move for his turn 4 coming up next. Alright, so movement done. Staying close combat.
Yeah.
Holding position. Pulling out of combat. Going in for the kill. And then performing an action across here to spoil Dominions, picking up 4 points. That's movement done. Shooting phase next. Oh no, shooting phase finished. He blew me out of combat. Well done. That's the obliterator over in that corner. Just fighting his own successful war. Because you can fire whilst you're in close combat, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're very versatile. Brilliant work from him. So Wraith Lord's brought down. Mike fired the 4 damage weapon, became 3 damage. I had 6 wounds left. 2 successes came through. AP -3. I rolled 2 dice trying to get 6s and failed. 6 damage came through in total. Wraith Lord brought down. I wonder if I explode. Okay. Because he's just got 1 wound left. I cancel each other out. Almost saw that happen. I had 1 Dire Avenger brought down as well. It's firepower from that squad across there. No firing from this squad. They're busy performing the action on that objective. And Abaddon picked off a wound on him. We're going to charges next. Right, so charges went ahead. Combat's resolved. Yeah, got him the second time around. So Wraith Knight brought down. Didn't explode. And Abaddon marches off a 1-man advance across in this direction. So Mike now controls these 2 and that 1. So 3 objectives under his control. 4. No way. 4 objectives under his control. Well done. And you're going to rake in the points for that as well, because the action's been performed. Yeah. Well done. Points coming in, continuing to flow for the Black Legion. Eldar looking, well, they've always been thin, but they're looking thin on the ground here. I've got a few models left. I don't know if we've got enough points in to keep the tally ahead of the Black Legion. This is going to be a tight battle here. Bodes well for future league battles. We'll go on to the next turn. We'll calculate points, give you an idea on score. All right, so Mike's scored up again. He's got himself up to 43 points at Eldar on about 45. So we're still marginally ahead. There's now 1 turn left in this battle. And it's all about getting those points in. If Mike can just leap 1 step ahead of the Eldar at the very last stretch in this game, he'll have victory. But we need to go on to turn 5 to establish a winner. We're going to the 5th turn, final turn for the Eldar coming up next. Alright, so Eldar turn 5. 4 points picked up for primaries. Quite a straightforward move, really. You can forget about ambitions across here. We've moved out to shoot and perform the action. Bikes have zipped across to claim that. Dire Avengers at the back have gone off to claim that one across there. We've advanced, but hopefully be able to take the last wound off the obliterator. That's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. Okay, shooting phase resolved. Paid a CP to make an extra move of those. Shot across here and tucked them back in. Stripped another 2 wounds off of Abaddon. So he's taken a fair few, but not destroyed. And across the other side, Obliterator was destroyed and reclaimed the objective of the Dire Avengers. That's that done. We may not need to go any further. We kind of know that Mike's not going to get across here to claim any of these. So it may just be a case of calculating ahead to see what Mike will pick up. We'll end Eldar turn here. Give you a final score with them, and then we'll see the tally that Mike needs to pursue. But one thing is for sure, this game is going to run tight here, right at the end. Right, so Eldar turn comes to end. We can give you their final score. So 38 points for primaries, another 4 points picked up for primaries across here. Action was performed and 2 objectives held, 2 points at the end of the turn. No prisoners, we've got a tally for that now. No extra stuff's going to die. It's 10, so it was 9 scored, then a bonus one for between 50 and 99 wounds, so 10 points in total. And assassination is a total of 9 here for this battle. So a final score for the Eldar of 57. That's the total to chase here for the Black Legion. We'll go on to their turn 5. I've got a feeling that Mike's... I don't know. We'll see. We'll go on to turn 5 here for the Black Legion. Start of the turn. These are redundant, really. They're just going to hold objectives because the action's been performed across the other side. Mike's paid 2 CPs that he can perform an action and still shoot. His intent is to try and clear Eldar units off of objectives. Badger surged forwards. There is a chance, with a +1 to his charge, it'll be a 9. We'll go on to shooting next. Right, so we just pressed on with the rest of the turn. Had 5 power from here, almost took out the bikes. Abaddon switched across with his 5 power and eliminated them. So that's that gone. Now, significantly here is that Mike now controls 3. We control 2. So he's going to pick up 12 points at the end of his turn. This charge didn't go ahead. Rolled up, command re-rolled it, and it still didn't go ahead.
Took me 4 times.
So, he kept rolling dice here to see, but that's failed to go ahead. Abaddon stops at this point here. And he's ahead of the rest of the army. He's the furthest ahead of all the Chaos Space Marines in this game. So the battle's over. There's hardly anything left on the board. What a fight. What a slog between these two sides here. Both armies have given the best they have. Eldar had an immediate advantage in this game. And then slowly but surely it was clawed back, literally, by the Black Legion. And, well, we'll calculate points, but this one's going to be close. All right, so we have a winner by 1 point. After all of that, the hours of fighting across here. So, I just want to keep this to the side because it glares a bit on camera. So, my score across here, total points for primaries was 38 points. It sort of started off well, and then it just sort of started to fade away towards the end. So, 5 points, 6 points came through. 38 in total. Behind enemy lines was a dismal failure. Same for Mike as well. No prisoners. His total was 10. Assassination, total of 9. Didn't kill Abaddon in the end. That would have been a tasty amount of points picked up for that. Total score 57, as we said. For Mike, 40 points picked up for primaries. The surge at the end made all the difference. 12 points picked up. And that was because he cleared the bikers off of there and held the majority of the objectives. So those bonus points coming through. 2 points because the action was performed and picked up 2 across there. Dispelled Dominions was 8 points in total for that. And the Long War, an extra point picked up because he destroyed the bikers again. Picking up points for that. So 10 points in total gives a score of 58 points to the Black Legion. So they win by a single point here, literally snatching victory from the Eldar. It was going all their way. It was heartbreaking at the start of the game for Mike. And he wants to point out that the Terminator squad did survive through to the end of the game with one model, with one wound left.
That was the one that was brought back as well.
It was the resurrected model as well. No, well done. So just a handful of models left here for both sides. It's been a vicious fight between these two forces. Two completely different styles. Maybe that's what threw us at the start of the game. Eldar just hammering out the firepower, all going one way. But as soon as Mike was able to break out of that and get stuck into close combat, it began to swing the game around in the other direction. And the Black Legion, as stretched and as damaged as they were, managed to make it to the final hurdle, get that final victory point to get themselves a notable victory here against the Eldar. They've won, but not by much. Well, that was some fight. Mike's hatred for the Eldar is off the charts already. And the Black Legion, as far as I'm concerned, have earned themselves a great deal of respect here. You think you've got them beaten, and then they make a comeback. Spearheaded, of course, by Abaddon, the despoiler himself. We'll call out the Patreons here at silver level. That's Dawson Backen, Rebecca Flack, Gilliman's Golden Boy, Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Pete Goodall, Ross Caldwell, William Schwarz, and Zachary Lee. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. So, units of the game for both sides. Abaddon, you're going to give it to him?
Oh,
all right.
He's a beast.
Fair enough. So it goes to Abaddon. And then I think I must I shall give it to the debut Autarch here. He performed well enough. A number of Eldar units did okay, but I'll give it to the Autarch here. So Brightstar, the hope of the Eldar. Absent from the board here, but we hope to have him warp jump back for another fight in the future. That's the game. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel. For bonus content, bonus battle reports, then check out YouTube channel membership. Link for that in the video description below. But in this particular fight here, the Black Legion have marched forth and they have conquered their Eldar foe. Great game. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.